Oh, baby!
Exclusive. Childish Bambino.
Hello! Welcome to Player Profile and Projections for the 2024 season. Thank you very much for joining us. Starting today, we're doing an episode a day every day until opening day, I believe. So hit subscribe, join us. It's going to be fun. We're starting with a big one, Juan Soto. He is a Yankee this season, and that is exciting. Jake, are you excited about this one?
Welcome back to PPPs, everybody. Make sure you're subscribed or tell someone you're trying to get into the Yankees to watch all these. Netflix binge them at the end. Ad. Jim, I am excited. I think it's good to be full disclosure and exposure. This is happening the day after the Baltimore Orioles traded for Corbin Burns. So I was kind of like sad puppy dogging for just a little bit. Just like an 8-hour, Orioles did a nice transaction. Fair. When you start getting into Juan Soto stats, that's good. I wish the Yankees reposted today. We traded for Juan Soto.
Yeah.
That would be so sad.
That would be sad.
But he's awesome.
He's very good. And for those of you that were not paying attention in the offseason, yes, Yankees traded for Juan Soto. They gave up a lot of pitching depth to acquire him. They gave up Mike King. They gave up top prospect Drew Thorpe. They gave up Randy Vasquez and Johnny Brito. No. Yeah. And Higgy.
There's an argument they gave up their 5 through 8 starting pitchers.
Yeah.
If you're a Drew Thorpe stan, which some of you are, but we're not talking about him here.
For 1 year of Juan Soto. He's a free agent at the end of the year. He's going to test free agency. He already turned down $400 million from the Nationals. He wants to go, get his. And he is a generational talent. This is one of the guys that has, from birth, probably just been amazing. I mean, he's a 19-year-old rookie of the year vote getter. He got finished second when he was 19 years old. I mean, 6 years in the big leagues. He's 24.
Yeah.
Is he the youngest guy in the Yanks besides Volpe? Is Volpe the only position player younger than him?
Depends who your starters, Peraza.
I guess I was talking about starters.
As far as guys who right now I can say are on the team.
Like Austin Wells is older than him.
Yes.
And it's Austin Wells' rookie season.
Yes. Close in age, but yeah, pretty crazy that that was the first number I saw that kind of got rid of my Orioles malaise. Like this guy, the fact he's 25 is insane. He lost to Ronald Acuna Jr. that year. So how about that?
How old was Ronnie? He had to be
also young.
20, 19 as well.
Listed 20, his age 20 season.
Damn.
He got called up at 20. So sucks to suck, but
yeah. Juan Soto's pretty good.
Juan Soto, I think, we're checking off some big things and then we'll get into the little things. Juan Soto has led the National League in walks the past 3 seasons. Juan Soto is going to take his walks. He's had more walks than strikeouts the past 4 seasons. And again, he's getting older and better in theory. He was 24 last year.
Usually part of the game that develops as you move forward.
Juan Soto's going to walk and get on base. So, that's become part of our lineup construction conversations because there's a who do you bat first, him or Soto? Doesn't really matter. They're both going to draw a ton of walks. But Juan Soto is all-time level. Like Aaron Judge is good at drawing walks and gets pitched around in last year's Yankees team. Juan Soto is one of the best walkers ever.
Yeah, so much so that he does a Soto shuffle, like a little dance move when he takes a close pitch, and it's a ball. And some people might not like it. They might think it's obnoxious. I'm interested to see like Yankees fans who don't even know about it really yet, like haven't seen it like that much. But it was on full display in the 2019 postseason. I absolutely love it because when he talks about the origin of the Soto shuffle, he says it's me versus the pitcher. We're fighting. And I just won that pitch, which is something Booney used to talk about all the time, like win the pitch. And it's a confident. He's like, I want to be confident, and I want to let them know I'm confident. So it's like little mental games he's playing of like just annoying the pitcher, like, I knew it. Ball all day. And he shuffles in their face.
All day.
And pitchers get annoyed by it. Why wouldn't you?
I hope he's annoying a lot of pitchers this year, Jim.
Me too. Me too.
Can I tell you something kind of cool? Aaron Judge on the New York Yankees. Last year, if you remember, he had that toe thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when he didn't play, or when he did play, excuse me, Aaron Judge had a 1.019 OPS last year. So picture that. Picture what you saw from Aaron Judge when he played last year. That's Juan Soto against right-handed pitching. So anytime there's a right-handed pitcher on the mound, basically picture the Yankees having another Aaron Judge.
That's nice. That's nice. I mean, he's pretty good against lefties, too.
Early Facebook like button on that.
Boom. This quote, I just pulled up an article about the Soto Shuffle just to make sure all my stuff was on point.
Sure.
And his quote was, I like to get in the minds of the pitchers because sometimes they get scared. That's awesome.
Smart.
His dad said, I always told him, when you get in that batter's box to hit, you own that space. Nobody can intimidate you. Those guys are the ones that should be afraid of you, and you have to show them why. So I love it. I'm excited. That's my biggest thing. My biggest thing is he's going to help the Yankees win, and he should be very, very good. My second is he's a joy to watch.
Yeah.
Like, you have guys that are productive, are really good, but they're baseball players, you know? Soto is like a joy to watch. Like, I would go watch his at-bats in full when he wasn't a Yankee. So I'm just so excited that this comes to my living room every single night now.
He, last year,
2023,
he hit 35 home runs.
Yes.
That was a career high. He has another season with 34 when he was 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Shortened season, 21 with the Nats. He had a 465 on base. I think they were pitching around him a little bit.
No one else on the team.
Last year, he hits 35 in 162 games played, which has been a popular conversation topic with Juan Soto only having 1 year of a contract. He should be playing every day. He had 708 plate appearances last year. I feel like I haven't seen a Yankee with a hard 7 like that in a minute. Did Judgy during his big year? I don't think so. I don't know. Did Judgy during his big year?
696.
Wow. Nice, Jake.
Rod.
Man, the other thing that could be incredible, and we saw Juan Soto last year. I believe he took Johnny Brito to the second deck, then traded for each other. How often do you see that in baseball? How often do you see a guy hit a home run into the second deck, and then in that offseason, they're traded for each other?
I'd have to ask Katie Sharp.
Queen of stats.
That at bat was cool though. If you're gonna, are you gonna talk? Or were you gonna? I don't want to step on it.
No. I was just gonna say something to watch out for is the short porch factor. Juan Soto has crazy power. He does like to drive the ball inside out.
Yeah,
we saw that in the home run derby. We've seen that if you watch Juan Soto play. So it'll be interesting to see if there's like a Juan Soto aiming for the porch.
I hope not.
Doesn't seem likely because
doesn't seem
he's
likely.
pretty good.
That home run against Vasquez, I believe Cohn was all over this in the booth. It was Vasquez, right?
It was Vasquez.
He had struck him out on a cutter. It was the first time he threw the cutter, I believe. And if it might not have been a cutter, but this pitch. And Soto took a moment and paused and like looked at him like, oh, you throw that? And Coney was like, ooh, You can see Soto kind of put that in his memory for next time. Next at bat, throws the pitch, and Soto fucking smashes it for a homer. See ya. This is a dude that plays 90% of games, like every year. He is 150, 151, 153, and then, 162. So hopefully he plays. He's a liability on defense. Hopefully the Yankees' right field, being so tiny, helps him out, doesn't hurt him, because he does have a good arm, so there's less space to cover. Just go get the ball fired in. The only downside, it does move Judge, a 32-year-old who's on a contract till he's like 100, to center field. So you wonder the dancing that happens there, but I don't think you can put Juan Soto in left field at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, I think we'll get to that with our DraftKings over-under in a little bit. I'll be interested to see, because I know we've talked left field with Judge a little bit, and the Yankees seem pretty reluctant around that I think if, or at least early on in the regular season, I think if left field needs a body, I think they'd lean Soto over Judge, because Juan Soto has played, I think, more career games in left field than right field. But again, the stadium's a factor there. And I think we're kind of interested to see the quirks of Juan Soto, the defender, because he doesn't grade out. He doesn't grade out well. He's not a speedy guy. So I'm interested to see the routine stuff, because he's played a lot of major league outfield. I do feel like I've seen highlights of those in-between balls, and you walk away kind of going, oh. All of that being said, he is the player that you'd be more than fine with having that level of defense for the offensive contribution he's going to give you.
When they're in Fenway, maybe he plays left there. Because Yankee Stadium left field is like a center field. If you're looking at his stats, seeing that he played left field all last year in San Diego, it's based on stadium.
But what if let's daydream a little bit.
Okay.
I know this guy's out of your head, but Jason Dominguez, he comes back.
Okay.
Stanton's having a nice year. He's DHing,
Mm-hmm.
hitting fifth at 6, on pace for 34 homers.
Mm-hmm.
Jason is back. So your outfielders are going to be, and this is for, we'll say Verdugo's PPP another time. But do you think the Yankees would go Judge in left, Dominguez in center, Soto in right? Because I don't think they will. I think they'd hide behind, we've seen Juan Soto play left field. I think they'd shift Dominguez and Judge over a little bit. I think in their heads they'd say, hey, let's play the kid in center who can play center. Let's have a Gold Glove level right fielder, and we'll compensate for Soto in left a little bit. Because they've just been weird about the Judge left field thing.
It's like they have to prove they'll play Judge and left before
True.
they can even pencil it in.
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, it also depends how Soto looks, I guess. But yeah, it doesn't grade out well. Trying to see how many catches he had last year that were in between 5% and 15% catch rate.
Right.
Mm.
And it looks like this many. I don't want to count bubbles.
Okay.
This is a cool chart that Baseball
I'll say
Savant has
13
now.
bubbles there.
2 with deep corners. Can I click those and they bring up the video? No.
Sick.
That'd be cool.
And we're almost ready for the random video.
All right. Random video. Random video.
Come on.
Before we ran video, just one more thing on the defense. I think it's already been a thing that, not necessarily a lot of balls Soto, gets to or, doesn't get a good dive on. And year before free agency, some guys famously don't dive even more. So that just might be be some extra. Oh, he didn't get to that this year.
Judge doesn't dive at all.
Yeah, they've begged him to stop, and he has.
So the random video is this 2-2 pitch.
Left on left against some Mets. Is that Chase and Shreve? Who is that?
No, I don't know who it is. Oh.
Spits on it.
Takes, shuffles, stares.
Nice take.
Is that Peterson or who is that?
His last name started with a Z.
Zamora? Zamora. Had nothing for him.
Okay.
Nice that we got a shuffle in the random videos after talking about it.
I'm going to say one thing interesting.
Daniel Zamora.
And then I'm going to say one thing exciting.
Okay.
Juan Soto, of all of the months, April is his worst month. Career 820 OPS. Still very good. But every other month starts with a 9 or a 1.
Okay.
So, Juan Soto, first time in the American League. Am I daydreaming that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that matters anymore. All the teams play each other. But new team.
It may a little bit.
New team for the
New
second
stadiums.
time in a couple years. New to the Yankees, and April traditionally his worst month. So I don't know. I mean, I think Juan Soto, even if he gives that 820 OPS, I think Yankee fans will still feel fairly good about him, especially after what we watched last year. But just have that in your back pocket a little bit, that he could be potentially a slow-ish starter, which, again, for his standards.
Compared to
What's his on base in April? Like, did that, because
right.
a good eye don't slump.
Guys don't slump. 385 on base.
So I think you can handle that.
But he has a 400 in every other month. So, yeah, I mean, this is a special generational ball player, and one of the things I really liked, in the 9th inning, let's be Yankee fans, right?
Okay. 2 outs, bases loaded, World Series, Game 7. Is that a split?
I mean, did he play in a Game 7? Yeah, he did, right? Those were sick at-bats. Him in the World Series as a
Won a
kid
World
against
Series, by the
Greinke, Game 7. So the kids got it. Juan Soto in the 9th inning of baseball games has his highest batting, or no, not his highest. In the 9th inning, he's a .313 hitter, a .468 on base, a 1.078 OPS career. So, like, I don't know. With the special ball players, it always feels like they have a secret knob that they can hit, whether, like, I'm going back to when Manny was on the Sox, or even if you see Judgy, like, late in a game, how you just feel a little better in them. That's Juan Soto, man.
Can you read people his on-base percentage when there are runners in scoring position?
Career?
I think I looked at last year, but I would gather career is pretty good as well.
With runners in scoring position in his career, he's a .287, .452 on base.
452.
Career.
452.
891 plate appearances.
452 on base percentage. And when I was scrolling through his splits page on Baseball Reference, there were a lot of things where I was like, oh my God. Oh, wow. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Good stuff. And then that one came and I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something good?
Please.
Juan Soto had the 4th most hits in all of baseball on 3-1 pitches last year. So our savior has arrived. Obviously, probably has a bajillion walks as well.
Sure.
But how about that?
You don't think a bajillion walks, right?
I don't really know, what bajillion means.
It's an estimate.
Aaron Judge career with runners in scoring position, .287, .429, .985 OPS. Man, if someone else is getting on base at a high clip this year, the Yankees have like an offense.
They have base runners. Okay, he was at 3-1 pitches, he was 3rd in walks. So he's 4th in hits with 10, 3rd in walks with 30.
Okay.
So 40 combined. How about that?
Dang.
In 74 at-bats.
What else do we need to cover?
So in 54% of the 3-1 pitches, ended right there with him on first base or second or third or a home run. And then if it's 3-2, he probably still could have went on to get a walk.
Right.
I'm pretty set. He's fun. He's got personality. He's got spunk. He's got chutzpah. He's won before.
I haven't seen enough of that Yankee spin online. We just talked about how good he is.
He's a winner.
But if it was a lesser ball player, that would be talked about more.
Yeah, and it was like Harper's team, and then Harper left,
Yeah.
and then it was like, don't worry, Juan Soto's here. He's 19 years old, and he'll win you the World Series.
Judge is like 7 years older than him.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Not in face.
Not in the face.
Yeah.
Similar ages.
One's
in the
looked like
face.
an adult for a while.
Yeah, and the new teeth for Judge help.
Let's see.
You mentioned how fun Soto is to watch, and I agree. Like there's a world where like a guy with his profile and how he gets to these numbers, like maybe isn't the most fun to watch. A lot of walks, not the fastest guy, not a good defender, not a crazy amount of home runs, but the fact that he has that personality that makes like the way he gets to these numbers so fun.
Yeah.
Glaber could have more fun this year.
What's the
Another lefty in the
Excited
lineup. We
for his
haven't mentioned
first
that he's
porch
lefty.
job. That's always a nice moment.
projection? Baseball reference projections to end the show.
Baseball reference projection and over-under brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook. Make sure you sign up with DraftKings. Get in on some of the baseball action. NBA season is going on. Man, there's a team in New York that's stealing some headlines there. And you can have up to $1,000 bonus bet. And if it doesn't hit, it's a no sweat bet. You're good.
That's a no sweat bet.
That's pretty nice. Minimum deposit of $5 using promo code Yanks. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code Yanks and get a no sweat bet up to $1,000. That's promo code Yanks only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. His baseball reference projections are pretty funny because they're good and it has an 87% reliability.
We know this guy.
And there's only one number that I think Yankee fans wouldn't love in these numbers, but 278 batting average.
Mm-hmm.
I think if the Juan Soto does that, we'd be pretty good.
Yeah, I'd be happy.
418 on base.
I would absolutely love that.
507 slug for a 925 OPS.
Okay.
They have him hitting 28 home runs.
That seems light, but whatever.
Seems potentially light.
I'm fine with it.
We'd
But-
be surprised to not have a 30, but
Yeah, I think Yankee fans are penciling in 30. He can have a good season with 28. I guess
I'm over home
it's
runs.
awfully close.
with the porch there, you know.
Projections are inherently a little conservative, you know.
You know what numbers I'm looking at for him, to be honest with you?
Okay.
Old school numbers.
Nice.
Because I'm an old school guy now.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep. Runs and RBIs.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on where he gets majority of his at-bats in front of Judge or behind Judge, I have one of those being 100. And Baseball Reference has neither of them being 100. This dude will have the greatest protection behind him he's ever had, or will be hitting behind the best on base he's ever hit behind.
Right.
So I don't know which way it's going to go. Maybe if it's a direct split, like he does half the games batting in front of Judge, half behind, he doesn't get to 100. But if it's more one way than the other, the runs or the RBIs are going to get to 100. And Baseball Reference is not projecting he breaks 100 on either of those. And I'm going to say wrong.
I flip-flop every day. I might be Team Soto 3-hole now. But that could change tomorrow.
Yeah.
It could change by the time this episode's out.
I mean, what year did he get 100? Real quick. He scored 100 runs in 2021.
21 and 2019.
And he had Bell hitting behind him. And in 2019, he had Zimmerman.
He had 110 for both that year. World Series team.
He was hitting in 2019. Did he have 100 RBIs?
Yep.
'Cause
110.
He was clean up with Turner, Eaton, Rendon.
Right. Old
Behind,
school lineup.
behind him, it was Kendrick, Adams, Zimmerman, Cabrera.
Good year from Howie Kendrick.
Yeah. Juan Soto's awesome. Get excited. Stay excited. Woo! Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe because we got a lot more coming.
Houston opening day. off the pole.
They hit him.
Loves it.
Then they hit Judge. They're out for the season.
Please, please, please.
Please, please,
No
please.
way.
Oh, fuck, man. They lose that series, like get swept the first series in Houston. Everyone. I mean, that's going to be turmoil.
What if they sweep?
Then they're the best. Then they got the bugaboo. Like it's a wild opening series if they sweep. If it's 2-1 either way, no one cares. But like if it's yeah.
Kind of like opening with them.
Well, yeah, because
They'll just be in our rear view the whole season.
but also jumpstart the whole year.